Hi, I am Dr. R. Sevakan, a faculty of Library and Information Science from Pondicherry University. Now we are going to discuss about the role of internet in library services. So, when we talk of the library services, there are two kinds of services that we see. One is conventional, the other one is computerized. When we had these two services, conventional services could satisfy the users to some extent by spending more time. When it was computerized, to some services like circulation, opaque and all were convenient to the users and they were satisfied to some extent. When we got some pressure from the users to render services in their absence, they wanted to have the services virtually. For that we had no tool, but there were demands existing with the users and we also had no solution to fulfill their demands. But the problem was critically analyzed and again the internet, the availability of internet came into being and this as a tool was implemented in major libraries to some extent where they could communicate easily to the users and they could put some materials on the web so that they can make use of the resources online. So, the internet has played a major role in rendering services in the customized way to satisfy the users to a large extent. So, that now what the role has been played by the internet in library services, particularly for the users or the categories may be students, teachers and researchers. So, that is what we have to see and what services have been introduced or implemented by using internet as a tool. So, when we look at the generation of librarians, the type of librarians can be of 3 librarians 1.0, 2.0 and 3.0 respectively. When we look at the services rendered by the librarian type 1.0, it was based on demands of the users, on demand services. If users need for some service, we had to provide and the motto was to own the information in the library rather than serving for the users. It was collection centric. When it comes to 2.0, anticipatory services providing access to information to some extent in on assumption that these services may be expected in the library, like for example, SDI and this abstracting and indexing services, compilation of bibliography service, all those things were thought of and we started providing that. So, it was slightly changing from document based to information based. And when it comes to the third level librarian type 3.0, it was facilitating services. The services were identified innovatively and they those services were to be delivered to the users and we had to even felicitate the users to come to the library or without coming to the library also they had to provide the services based on the resources what we have. So, here facilitating collaboration and customized services were the scenario in the third level librarian 3.0. So, this scenario clearly indicates that the internet has changed a lot in terms of providing services to the users and also it has changed the demands of the users to a large extent. So, here the digital natives is the alarm. So, as I said this collection based to user based services and unstable user needs something today and when you say that there is a book in the library they will not listen to that. I want a particular piece of information from that book. So, how to give that? So, that is also a challenging task for the librarians. Then Web 2.0, it is a two-way communication and interaction. So, from anywhere at any time they need information, they request virtually the information either by mail or chat or some other means, video conferencing, they ask for some information that we have to do. So, here digital migrants and digital natives, these two are the things, but digital natives is the alarm to librarians. So, here then who are digital natives? All the librarians are digital immigrants and the users are the digital natives. So, here the librarians at times they play the role as a teacher for the teachers. So, the academic teachers are finding it very hard to keep up with the digital natives students. So, here we have to play the role even orienting the teachers and the students how to make use of the digital resources in the library, for which we have a major role, and for that role internet plays the key role as a tool to provide such services. Similarly, changing role of librarians due to changes in the users and even in the acquisition and many other activities including services, there is a demand for change in roles of librarians too. So, librarians need to think out of the box and be innovative to survive, because the technology is replacing almost all the things in the library. Simply for example, we were circulating documents, even when we introduced barcode system, users had to come to the library and they were depending on the library staff to get the documents issued and returned. Now, there is RFID system, when it comes, they do not even enter into the library, the kiosk, it is kept outside. From there they can drop in their books for returning. Only for check-in they have to come inside the library, select their books and they can get it issued on their own without involving the library staff. So, that is a change that have taken place and the technology that plays the role. So, here if we do not change, if we do not adapt to the changes, it will be very difficult to survive. So, for that we have to think innovatively to render good services to the present users. So, this is the university of this is student supports. So, here they have given the orientation program. So, it has been properly recorded and it is kept there. So, by seeing that they will be able to identify what kind of services we have in the library and how they can suggest for customizing the services and how whether they are aware of it or not, whether the services are optimally utilized, all those things can be done, provided we have to have a website for that, where we can upload all the particulars about our library, through which the users will come to know about our library resources. So, for that again the internet plays the role to have a website well developed and maintained. And internet based services for the teachers, as I said at the beginning, internet based services which can be rendered in the library for different stakeholders like teachers, students and researchers. So, libraries may provide good educational videos that may motivate the students in learning a particular subject with the limited access to the teaching staff. So, this is very important. The teachers whatever they teach, that cannot be final, and they also have to have some input from other people in the form of feedback to improve their skills in teaching, by which the students will benefit at large. So, for that we can think of getting some good educational videos which have been done by eminent people in the field, that can be brought and we have to make it available for the teaching staff, by which they will get themselves motivated to imbibe some skills, or some the method of teaching also will get changed. So, then providing access, creating awareness can be done using the selective dissemination of information services. So, this is also, this will save a lot of time to the teachers. So, selectively on their particular subject, we can have a team of people who can be involved for different subject areas on a specific field. So, those can be collected from various sources, put together, and that can be given to the teachers. So, that will save a lot of their time and they can devote more time to teaching. The hands on training should be provided to them on using the software, and also 24/7 assistance should be available to them. So, this is again when we keep on acquiring or procuring databases or some other e-journals and many tools to the library, and we have to make them aware of. They may be aware of, but how to make use of that database or any other source which may be new to them, we have to give them some hands on training in the form of library orientation or demonstration we have to do for them. So, this could be the services. It is not only that they have to come to the library, and through a portal we can prepare the tutorial or the instructional material which will help them to go through it, to have a glance of it and know about the product what we have in the library, and it should be available 24/7 sorry. So, then internet based services for students. So, here as we have been talking about the e-learning, it has influenced almost all the people in all the sectors, and the education is sector is not exceptional, and particularly for the students this has become very convenient to have access to the resources that are available in the form of electronic format. So, that portal e-learning portal where videos and discussion forums are available. So, these videos will definitely help them to enhance their skills and they can improve their performance, and a discussion forum also in case of any clarifications either with the peer group or with the teachers or the peer experts who are available, and they can have interaction with them, and useful materials that talk about the present scenario in the particular disciplines may be added via SDA services. So, the services in the current area we have to recapitalize everything based on the current information sources. We have to keep it ready made for the users. This can be one of the innovative services to the students. And social networking communities for each subject community and provide space for informal communication, and also they should be able to share their views and whatever the comments that they want to give. It should be informal, but they should be given freedom to share their views and provide information on job opportunities, current openings and higher studies in abroad, though this will help them instead of they searching, and we can do that on their behalf to know about the job opportunities, current openings and higher studies in abroad, and also provide preparations resources for course examinations, competitive examinations, interviews, etc. So, for all that as we have already discussed about the sources that are available, the open access resources for each need requirement is freely available, that we have to cull out from various sources, and that has to be properly indexed based on the subject, and it has to be made available for the users, and that can be accessible at any time they need, and educate the users to make use of the resources ethically. It is whatever is available, it is not for reproduction, it is only for reference. When we use it, they are the students, they may not be that matured to make use of the resources ethically, and we have to educate them how to use these resources ethically. It is for use, but not for reproduction, that we have to make them realize, and only thing the way how it has to be used should be taught, and it is our role, and for that again we can use the internet as a tool. Reaching inside the classrooms, hosting e-learning in the library portal would be the appropriate mechanism to reach the inside classroom, and e-learning portal should facilitate collaboration and information sharing rather than listing the organized collection of digital content. So, watch, read, write, learn, your library portal can be the appropriate for this, and we have to think of, and because sources are available on the internet, only thing freely available, that has to be downloaded, and we have to learn first of all to make it available for our users. And implementing e-learning is an indirect way of marketing information or marketing the library perhaps. So, this e-learning in a way influences the people, and also we can make them realize that we also do something for them for their career development. So, they will be feeling happy, and also it gives credit to the library, and also authorities will feel that. So, a library is doing good job to the academic community, by which the image of the organization may be more visible. So, e-learning materials that are available on the internet, YouTube videos, digital books, web conferencing facility, documents containing key points, like we talk about MOOCs, massive open online courses, that is the talk of the day today. So, that would be most appropriate, it would be a right source from where we can provide links to them, and students and even teachers also can make use of it. Similarly, e-learning features Moodle. So, here we have to encourage the students to have a tool, a platform where we can submit assignments, we can have discussion forum and grading, online news and announcements, online quiz, files downloading, all those things can be made available in Moodle, and that should be managed by the librarians, where we can centralize all the things, and through that we can manage, and we will have the key role to play as a part of the mission and vision of the organization. So, the new services for researchers. So, this is very important. Most of the researchers, what they do, they write very good articles and very good books, but they do not know how to identify the right journal. For that we have again tools on the internet freely. At times we have even the commercial publishers also, they conduct workshops, author workshops, like Springer journal selector, and also online journal. Let me show you this. So, here this IDANS, this is you can see the services what they have. It is English editing, copy editing, everything they do, and also you have to simply submit your abstract title and the abstract, and that will browse, search on your behalf, and it will identify the list of journals where your article will be fitting to get it published. So, this tool helps a lot, like this for researchers also we have tools on the internet. And again Springer journal selector, they have a separate workshop for that. Here you can see you have to simply give your find the right journal for your manuscript. Once the manuscript is ready, you have to give your title here and the abstract here. So, then it will get back, they will get back to you with a list of journals in which you can get your manuscript published. So, these are the unique services for researchers who are looking for a right journal to get their manuscripts published. And it also provides platform for collaboration, like when the researchers have some clarifications, because it is not that the guides or the supervisors can always get their doubts clarified completely. When they want to have some interactions or some inputs from others or comments, views about their topics and all, and they can always have a platform where they can collaborate with others. For that we have to provide, again this is the tool that URL has been given, collaborate finder. There also you can identify who is doing research in the similar area, you can establish your own network. So, provide basic materials on research methodology, provide all bibliographic styles and open source software in the library portals for researchers. So, this one for research, as I said, Mendeley is an effective tool for that, that one has to be. Similarly, for plagiarism detection tools like Viper, Dupli-Checker and all have to be made known to them. And provide remote login facility. We cannot expect that researchers will always come to the library or within the campus they will be able to do, because researchers At times if the study is survey based, they will have to go to the field for collecting data or consulting people. For that we have to provide a remote login facility by which they can easily log in with their own unique ID, and they will get access to all the resources as they have within the campus through intranet. This is the one. Then new ideas, this collaboration platform, when you click on this particular link, you know that clearly gives you IL network .wordpress.com. This clearly gives the people international librarians network. For us it is for librarians. So, this is the platform where you find the group of librarians where they have established a network to share and deliberate the issues and the problems whatever we have. So, this is a meeting place for librarians from around the world, ILN, International Librarians Network. This is LCV products for including for the items what we have, the journals. Then best practices, so we have been only talking about this, and we may not be able to implement many things, but still some universities outside the country, foreign countries, University of Queensland Library for example, they have already implemented. The University of Melbourne, both of them have almost introduced this in their own website. They have almost implemented all the services whatever is possible using internet as a tool. So, this is the best example, this services for different stakeholders for different subjects, and very clearly they have given for UG students, PG students, faculty, researchers, within researchers for each one they have completely customized and made available for the users conveniences. So, that is how we have to do. Similarly, this another university library which I mentioned before, the quick links, resources, searching, news, events, researchers, staff, for every stakeholder they have a corner. In that corner they can simply log in, they can get the precise information what they actually need, and the precise information is organized by the library staff. And marketing the library services, frequent special programs for different scholarly communities we have to do, because when they move around they will be able to tell the other user groups that we have this kind of resource, that becomes a mode of advertising our own products. Online chat rooms for researchers, that also will be, and also we can think of gift and awards for top 10 library users to motivate them on the top productive research work, top productive discipline in the institutions. So, information services on mobile and iPad, we were talking about the internet, now everything is available on mobile and iPad, and SMS alert services regarding this overdue and reminders about their this details in the library, new suggestions we can get from them, new title preview, image services, mobile opaque, we can even make it accessible through mobile, virtual reference services, virtual library tour, that also can be prepared as a tutorial that can be made available for them with all the physical infrastructure of the library in the form of layouts. Similarly, audio tour also can be given to the people, particularly by the visually challenged, for them it will be very useful, and audio tour can be made. So, these are all the services which are really required and customized in the changing environment using internet, and particularly on the devices like mobile and iPad. So, this Altmetrics, this is again a very important tool that that is influencing a lot the research industry. This Altmetrics is nothing but we have all the measurement metrics for research publications. So, it was all based on only citations, and when I publish a paper on a particular subject, so when I get 2 citations, it is clear that only 2 people have used mine. But when the many people, and particularly due to the advent of social media, I am able to get about the same article, how many people have viewed, how many people read, how many people cited, how many people shared, tweeted, all those particulars. But when the many people see that, that is also a kind of influence or the impact we can say, whether they use it or not. but they are viewing my document, they are sharing my document with others. So, those also have to be properly measured, then only it will become a complete metrics or the real impact we can get. So, with the combination of this traditional metrics and altmetrics can bring out a good picture about the research impact. So, here the role of altmetrics in libraries is that at least for our own researchers, students and faculty, what research they have done, we can have a repository. Within that repository we can try to measure how many people through social media are sharing the publications of my own stakeholders, include teachers and students. So, this is an important tool which can be used for that. So, this how it can help, useful features for the libraries when you have that. So, it will be visualizing the results in the form of donuts. So, how many reads, how many tweets, how many shares, all those things will come about one publication. In the traditional metrics you have, in the case of impact factor, it is for the whole journal it is measured. If it is H index, again for the journal or the research scientist, like that. But at the article level, if I publish one article, mine might have got 10 citations, the remaining articles might have got less than 5. So, my 10 are also shared equally with others, but if you measure, if you want to measure at article level, there is no such metrics. For that, this metric altmetrics helps a lot, and this we have to educate the library, the users. There is a tool, and through that we can influence our own people, and this also is very important for librarians as well as the researchers to know about their research impact, and also by that they get motivated to write more and more paper, by which it will impact, it will have its own impact on the society. So, impact statistics and altmetric donuts you can see in different colors, you see like a ball kind out of 158. So, what are all the breakups in different colors, on the left side it is given for a particular title, a map of human genome variation. So, this is the title for this particular article, this has got these many impact. So, the products that are available is Altmetric Explorer, that is freely available, a powerful and intuitive web application that helps you see all of the attention surrounding your papers. Your papers means our own teachers and students papers we can easily see. So, this bookmarklet, this is the one that the simple browser tool that lets you instantly get article level metrics for any recent paper for free. The badges are it looks like that. It is ready to use embeddable badges for your article pages that let you showcase impact in a beautiful way. So, the how to implement in libraries, we may think that how to implement. So, as we have been telling that every institution has started creating their own repository, and many institutions have already established, and they have very good repositories. The repository consists of all their own publications. So, Altmetric Explorer lets us monitor, search and measure conversations about publications by people affiliated with your institution, and best of all the Altmetric Explorer is for free for librarians. Here we can fill up the form and we can get enrolled. So, this is these are the services which can be offered to the stakeholders, include teachers, students and researchers using internet as a tool. So, internet has made very much possible to implement all kinds of services which are virtually fulfilling the needs of the users. So, these are all the possible tools that we can think of, and also the alerting services, particularly now for academic and research community, like TOC, table of content service, and RSS feed. These two are doing a great job to minimize their time in getting the updates from the journals. So, with this I hope that you have come to know that what is the role of internet in providing library services, and how it has changed, how it has influenced, and what could be the customized services which the users in the modern society look for, and how we are able to fulfill their needs. That is what we have learnt through this presentation, and I hope that we all as library professionals will be able to use this internet as a tool effectively to implement all the services what we have discussed so far in our own library. Thank you.